Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Sports Wave. I'm your favorite host, Bernard, and I have with me here my pundits, my panelists. Yeah, Aaron.
Boss.
Charlie Asamba B. What's up?
Oh, Charlie, then I'm I say I'm baby. But my guy's name so I say, many I just say my samba. But I would want to say that you are looking good in your African way.
I appreciate it. Anthony.
Yo, Baba.
I say, what's up?
Oh, me show. Send out Iran kind. Why nice? I fresh. Scab out to other debates.
Charlie, it's gonna be about me. Hey, bro. Monster.
Boss.
Little monster.
Boss.
Little monster.
Boss.
Charlie, what they go on?
We did inside.
Charlie, we have a controversial question here today. There are some 4 teams of which we are coming to discuss. Which among these 4 teams is likely to win this year's Europa League? So I have AC Milan, Olympique de Marseille, Liverpool, AS Roma. And if you think you have any other team you think can win this year's Europa League, then you bring that team on board. Then you give reasons and with stats why you think they are capable of winning the Europa League. So I'm starting with Anthony. Charlie. Which among these 4 teams? Marseille, Liverpool, AC Milan, AS Roma.
Okay. Mostly I talk with sentiments. I'm an AC Milan fan. AC Milan is my second club. But this time around I'm going with Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool have an European pedigree. Especially in the Europa League. They've won the Europa League more than any of the clubs you mentioned. They've won the Europa League 3 times and the Champions League 7 times. And in the last time they went to the Europa League final was in 2016, where they lost to Sevilla 3-1. When you check the team, Liverpool among the 4 teams that you mentioned, Liverpool has the better players, player to player. If you have to do a first 11 for the 4 clubs there, you have the majority of Liverpool players dominating, and Liverpool have Jurgen Klopp. You get it? Liverpool, they have Jurgen Klopp. And we have to look at the league positions of the 4 clubs. Liverpool are the only one who are topping. They are first in their league, and they are not just playing in any league. They are playing the English Premier League, which is the biggest league of all. So yeah, as compared to AC Milan and who? AC Milan,
Olympique de
Marseille,
AS Roma.
yeah.
Maybe Bayern Leverkusen.
Or maybe Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen, me, I don't see them winning the Europa League because they don't have any European pedigree. But the 4 clubs that you mentioned, all of them have European pedigree. But this time, I'll look at the Europa League perspective. If Sevilla was to be part of the 4 you mentioned, I would have mentioned Sevilla, because in this critical moment, you having an European pedigree is what matters. Because certain clubs, no matter how rough it gets, they find a way to go to the final and they win. That's how Sevilla is. That's how Liverpool in the Europa League is. For a club like Liverpool to win the Europa League 3 times, it's just massive. You get it? They have Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp is a top manager. And Liverpool, they started the Europa League with Toulouse, Union Saint-Gilloise, and I've forgotten the 3rd club. And they've lost only one game. They've lost just 1 game in the Europa League this season. They started from the group stages. And do you know something?
No.
Liverpool going to Sparta Praha to beat them by, it seems, was it 5 goals to 0. Liverpool beating Sparta Praha by 5 goals to 0. Sparta Praha are leading the Czech Republic League this season. And to go to their house, which is their fortress, to beat them by 5 goals to 0 is just an incredible statement to make today, to this thing, to make to the Europa League other clubs. You can see that Roma, they played Brighton as Stadio Olimpico and won by 4 goals to 0. I was tipping Brighton to maybe pull a shock, but Roma beating them by 4 goals to 0 is a huge statement, all right. But for Liverpool to go to Sparta Praha to beat them by 5 goals to 0, they didn't beat them at Anfield though. It's Sparta Praha's home, and beating them by 5 goals to 0 was just incredible and massive. Yeah, when you look at AC Milan, then Leverkusen, AC Milan, they scored Slavia Praha by 4 goals to 2 at their home. Even though Slavia Prague they were down to 1 man. They were playing against 10 men. They beat them by 4 goals to 2. They conceded. AC Milan, they have a sloppy defense. Attacking wise, they've been on and off. They have players, all right. Chukwueze, Noah Okafor, and Rafael Leao. But it seems this season they are having huge problem scoring. Their attack is just abysmal. But when you look at Liverpool this season, defense solid, attack solid, midfield Wataru Endo solid. Fantastic. Liverpool hardly concede this season, and they score when they need to score, and if they are to score, they score more than 4, and that's one dangerous thing about Liverpool. And Liverpool with Salah, Luis Diaz, and Darwin Núñez on any day will beat any of the 3 clubs you mentioned. So I'm tipping Liverpool to be the runaway winners of the Europa League as an AC Milan fan. But in my heart, I want AC Milan to win, all right, because we've never won an European title since 2007, and we've never won the Europa League title, never. So I want AC Milan to win, but if Liverpool wins, it won't be surprising too. Yeah.
Okay.
Boss. So like my co-host rightly said, Liverpool have the stats. They've won the league 3 times, the Europa League 3 times, and they are the favorites among the teams that we mentioned. I mean, looking at the other teams, they've not won Europa League before. AC Milan hasn't done it before. Marseille hasn't done it before. Roma hasn't done it before. Last season, Roma went to the final. They played against Sevilla under Jose Mourinho, but Mourinho is not there. But I must say that the Roxy, their coach, is doing a nice job. As a caretaker, he's doing a nice job. I hope that at the end of the season, Roma, the board will give him the job. But Liverpool stands the favourites. Why am I saying that? Because Liverpool have the players, they have the coach, they have the pedigree in the Europa League than all the other teams. So I think Liverpool will win this year's Europa. Saying that you have the pedigree, you have the 3 trophies, doesn't guarantee you to win the league, because you have other good teams as compared to Liverpool. You have Leverkusen, who has not won a single match in this season. I mean, Roma too are playing well in the Europa League. They won 4-0 against Brighton at Olympico, and Marseille too are playing very well. I mean, kudos to Aubameyang. He's pulling up the goals. But Liverpool win this year's Europa League. Liverpool. Yeah, based on the point that I mentioned, the stats, the pedigree, the players, the coach, they will win the Europa League.
Little Monster.
Boss.
What do you also think?
I don't side with them.
Okay.
It's a game of football and anything can happen.
I like it when we all don't go at one side. I want to see.
I don't side with them.
Okay.
You see, like as he was talking, he said Leverkusen. Yeah, they could prove a surprise.
Okay.
Don't forget,
anything can happen in the world of
football. Sure. This season they've played 35 matches, all competition, and they've drawn only 5, and they are the only team unbeaten. Okay. The whole Europe, they are performing so well. When it comes to the Europa, in the group stages, they played 6 matches, scored 19 good goals, conceded only 3.
Fantastic.
And then their last knockout match, at first they were down by 2-0, and everybody thought that their unbeaten run is coming to an end. And then they pull a surprise by Sheikh scoring that goal, and still they are unbeaten. Okay. Yeah, it's a game of football. But saying that, because Liverpool have the pedigree and other stuff, you can have the pedigree and still lose.
That's true.
And then don't forget, they can meet you in the final and score you by a goal to and take the trophy. That your pedigree will not count. A goal is a goal. And then in the final, it's those who play to win. It's not those who know how to play. That's what Madrid always do. It's not about how you are going to play, but how you play to win it. You can have the pedigree all right and then lose the final. So me, this time around, I'm going for Leverkusen pulling a surprise in the Europe, going unbeaten in all competition.
Oh really? So they will win the Europa League, and at the end of the competition, they will go unbeaten.
Sure.
In Europe.
Sure.
Okay, we are all here. What's today's date? Us today's date, we are all here, monster. The internet never forgets. Okay, Aaron, you wanted to come in here.
Yeah, we can't talk about football in takeaway pedigree. That's why I always talk about Sevilla. You know, Sevilla are not performing in the league. They won the Europa League when they were at 14th position in the league. What tells you? It means that pedigree counts when it comes to the European League. Madrid will be, you know, when Barca was dominating domestically, Madrid will be winning Champions League. Why? Because they have the pedigree. So Sevilla, with the Sevilla example, you see, it's because of pedigree that they win the league. Because last season, Roma was on top more than Sevilla. They played well in the Serie A and all other competition, the Coppa Italia. But Sevilla wasn't good domestically, but they won the league. What factor do we attribute that to? We attribute it to pedigree. Yeah. So coming into this discussion, the 4 teams, I see that Liverpool has the pedigree, won 3 times, have the good coach, have better players than Leverkusen.
Not just a good coach, an
experienced coach. He has been to the final before in 2016, but he lost to Sevilla. Leverkusen hasn't been in any European final before. I stand to be corrected, but Leverkusen hasn't been in any European final before, so they don't have the pedigree. Alonso is doing a good job, but Alonso can't match toe-to-toe with Klopp.
Yeah. But I mean, talking about Europe, one reason why I don't see Leverkusen winning the Europa League or the league this season is we have always called Leverkusen the unluckiest team in the world. Why? Because they are one club, they lost 3 titles within a span of 2 weeks in 2002. They lost the league to Bayern Munich. They lost the DFB Pokal. And they lost the Champions League to Real Madrid. So they are one of the unluckiest team in the world. They are too. They are not lucky. They are like the Michael Ballack of football. Yeah. So they are just unlucky.
They are like the Tottenham of EPL.
You see, they are bottless. That's why I always say in many episodes that they Bayern will win the league, because I know them. No matter how they play, they will find a way to slip. You see, they will meet Dortmund, and Dortmund will score them at some point. They will meet Leipzig, they will lose games. See, if they are to lose one game, and which they will lose, if they are to lose one game this season, pressure will mount on them. You see, against Karabakh, they nearly lost that game. You see the pressure that nearly mounted on them. But just that, I don't want boys to lose bets. That be the thing. if Bayern Leverkusen are to lose a single game, Obiabu or Ghana, that be the thing. But you see, even me, Karabakh will beat Leverkusen. Leverkusen won't qualify to the next stage of the Europa League.
Monster.
Wait too. Are you saying that they are coming to beat them in their home?
Yeah.
Don't forget the first
match.
Bay Arena.
Don't forget the first match was away, and they went down by 2-0 and they came back. This is not the first time they've done that.
This is football.
Sure, he's saying that he's waiting for Leipzig, Dortmund to beat them. Don't forget, they've met them this season. What were they doing? Were they sleeping? What were they doing when they first met them? They could have beaten them based on what you are saying.
This season, they've not beaten Dortmund. So
they've not beaten.
Dortmund didn't beat them.
Yeah.
Dortmund scored and they equalized. Or you forgotten?
Yeah.
And then your so-called Leipzig that you are talking about, they scored them. It was 2-2, and then they scored last minute against them. Go and check. So,
but they drew against Mainz.
It's a draw. It's not a loss. They being the unluckiest in football or something. It happens. It's part of the game.
Football.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Backstage,
but it seems like we are not. It seems like we are not looking at Marseille. They have the pedigree. They've won it. Yeah, they have
the European pedigree.
Yeah, they have the European. They've won one. Yeah, they've won one Champions League. I mean, they have the boys.
Let's congratulate
Aubameyang,
all-time top scorer.
All right, so viewers, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave your comments at the comment section. What do you think between Marseille, AC Milan, AS Roma, and Liverpool? Maybe buying Leverkusen. Which among these 5 teams do you think would win the Europa League this year? So leave your comments and your suggestion at the comment section. Thank you so much.